Did you know that right now, your daily food choices could be silently destroying the good bacteria in your gut, leading to serious health problems that most doctors won't connect to what you're eating? It's happening with every meal, every snack, every seemingly innocent food choice you make. The terrifying truth is that by the time symptoms appear, the damage to your gut microbiome might be severe, affecting your immune system, inflammation levels, and even your brain function. But here's the good news. In this video, I'll reveal 5 common food mistakes that leading gastroenterologists warn are killing your healthy gut bacteria and potentially shortening your life. More importantly, you'll learn exactly how to protect your gut health before permanent damage occurs, allowing you to regain energy, reduce chronic pain, and potentially add years to your life. Let me tell you about Howard, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Michigan. For decades, Howard enjoyed excellent health. He rarely caught colds, maintained a healthy weight, and had boundless energy for his grandchildren. Then suddenly, everything changed. He began experiencing severe digestive issues, chronic fatigue, and unexplained inflammation that made even simple activities painful. His doctor prescribed medication after medication, but nothing helped. Howard's health continued to deteriorate until he could barely leave his home. Desperate for answers, he consulted a specialist who identified the real culprit: 5 common food habits that had quietly destroyed Howard's gut microbiome over time. By eliminating these 5 mistakes, Howard's health transformed in just weeks. His energy returned, inflammation disappeared, and for the first time in years, he felt like himself again. Howard's story could be your story too, if you're making any of these 5 devastating gut mistakes. Let's dive into the first gut-destroying habit that might be affecting you right now. Mistake 1. Consuming artificial sweeteners daily. Are you still thinking that those diet and sugar-free products are helping your health? Think again. The first gut-destroying mistake you might be making right now is regularly consuming artificial sweeteners, which silently destroy your beneficial bacteria with each sip or bite. Leading gastroenterologists from Johns Hopkins Medical Center have discovered shocking evidence about these common sweeteners. Dr. Elizabeth Warren, head of microbiome research, explains, artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin dramatically alter gut bacteria composition, reducing beneficial strains by up to 50% while allowing harmful bacteria to flourish. This creates a perfect storm for digestive issues, inflammation, and even metabolic disorders. These aren't minor changes. They're devastating blows to your internal ecosystem that can trigger health problems throughout your entire body. Take Donna, a 72-year-old retired nurse from Ohio. She prided herself on watching her weight and had been drinking diet sodas daily for over 30 years. I thought I was doing the right thing by avoiding sugar, she explained. But gradually, Donna developed severe digestive issues, constant bloating, unpredictable bowel movements, and stabbing abdominal pain. Then came the autoimmune symptoms: joint pain, skin rashes, and crushing fatigue. Doctors prescribed medications that only masked her symptoms while her condition worsened. It wasn't until a specialist tested her gut microbiome that she discovered the truth. Years of artificial sweeteners had created a severe bacterial imbalance. The diet drinks I thought were healthy were actually destroying me from the inside, Donna realized. Within just 3 weeks of eliminating artificial sweeteners, her symptoms began to improve dramatically. Here's what you need to do immediately. First, check your pantry and refrigerator for any products containing aspartame, sucralose, Splenda, saccharin, sweeten low, or acesulfame K, and remove them today. Second, replace these toxic sweeteners with natural alternatives like small amounts of raw honey, pure maple syrup, or monk fruit extract. Third, become a vigilant label reader. Artificial sweeteners hide in places you'd never expect, including sugar-free gum, flavored yogurts, protein bars, and even some medications. Don't wait for symptoms to appear. These sweeteners damage your gut bacteria long before you feel their effects. Every diet, soda, or sugar-free product you consume today could be destroying millions of beneficial bacteria that your body needs to stay healthy. Is that artificially sweetened beverage really worth the damage it's causing? But artificial sweeteners are just the beginning. Let's look at the second mistake that might be harming your gut right now. Mistake 2. Overusing antibacterial products and medications. Are you unknowingly sterilizing your gut with common antibacterial products that don't distinguish between good and bad bacteria? This second mistake might be happening in your home every day without you realizing the consequences. Research from the American Gut Project, the largest microbiome study ever conducted, shows alarming results. Dr. Robert Johnson, the project's director, warns, frequent use of antibacterial soaps, unnecessary antibiotics, and household antibacterial cleaning products can reduce gut microbiome diversity by up to 30%, which directly increases the risk of inflammatory conditions, digestive disorders, and even certain autoimmune diseases. Your gut contains trillions of beneficial bacteria that protect you from illness, but these products are killing them indiscriminately. Consider Raymond, a 65-year-old former accountant from Florida. Always meticulous about cleanliness, Raymond used antibacterial soaps throughout his home and took antibiotics at the first sign of any infection. "I thought I was protecting my health by keeping everything as germ-free as possible," he explained. But instead of staying healthy, Raymond developed severe digestive issues, chronic diarrhea, painful bloating, and eventually an inflammatory bowel condition that left him housebound. His gastroenterologist finally connected his symptoms to his decades-long use of antibacterial products and frequent antibiotic use. These products weren't just killing harmful bacteria, they were destroying the beneficial bacteria I needed to stay healthy, Raymond realized. When he switched to regular soap and limited antibiotics to truly necessary situations, his gut health began to improve significantly. Here's what you must do today. First, replace all antibacterial soaps in your home with regular soap and water, which research shows is equally effective at preventing illness without destroying beneficial bacteria. Second, only take antibiotics when absolutely necessary for bacterial infections, never for viral illnesses like colds or flu. When you do need antibiotics, immediately start taking a high-quality probiotic, at least 30 billion CFU, with multiple strains, during and for at least 1 month after antibiotic treatment. Third, switch to natural cleaning products without antibacterial additives for your household cleaning. Remember, your body isn't meant to be sterile. A diverse microbiome is essential for health, and every antibacterial product you use disrupts this delicate balance. How many beneficial bacteria are you killing right now with products you thought were keeping you healthy? Now let's move to the third gut-destroying mistake that might be affecting every meal you eat. Mistake 3. Consuming ultra-processed foods. The third devastating gut mistake might be happening every time you open a package or can. Are you filling your shopping cart with foods that contain ingredients acting like poison to your beneficial gut bacteria? Microbiologists at Harvard Medical School have uncovered disturbing evidence about ultra-processed foods. Dr. Sarah Thompson explains, chemical preservatives, emulsifiers, and artificial colors in processed foods directly kill beneficial bacteria while feeding harmful strains. One meal high in these ingredients can alter gut bacteria composition within hours, creating a perfect storm for gut inflammation that can last for days. These aren't minor changes, they're dramatic shifts in your internal ecosystem that affect everything from your immune function to your brain health. Take Elaine, a 70-year-old widow from Texas who lived alone and relied heavily on convenient processed foods. After my husband died, cooking for one seemed pointless, so I turned to frozen meals, canned soups, and packaged snacks, she recalled. Over time, Elaine developed chronic inflammation throughout her body, joint pain, digestive problems, and recurring skin issues that wouldn't respond to medications. Her doctor kept prescribing stronger drugs without addressing the root cause. It wasn't until she consulted with a nutritionist specialized in gut health that she discovered how the processed foods she relied on were destroying her microbiome. I was literally feeding the bad bacteria and killing the good ones with every meal, Elaine realized. Within just 3 weeks of replacing ultra-processed foods with whole natural alternatives, her inflammation began to subside and her energy levels dramatically improved. Here's what you need to do immediately. First, read the ingredient lists on everything in your pantry and refrigerator. If you see chemical preservatives like BHA, BHT, sodium benzoate, emulsifiers like carrageenan, polysorbate 80, or artificial colors, anything with a number like red 40 or yellow 5, these products are damaging your gut bacteria with every bite. Second, replace these foods with whole, natural alternatives, fresh vegetables, fruits, unprocessed meats, and whole grains that contain only ingredients you recognize. Third, when you do buy packaged foods, choose brands with minimal recognizable ingredients that don't require a chemistry degree to understand. Your gut bacteria are either nourished or poisoned by every food choice you make. Are the convenient processed foods you're eating worth the damage they're causing to your microbiome and long-term health? Let's continue with the fourth gut-destroying mistake that might be silently affecting your health right now. Mistake 4. Not consuming enough prebiotic fiber. Is your diet silently starving the good bacteria in your gut, causing them to die off while harmful bacteria thrive? This fourth mistake is especially common among older adults and has devastating consequences for gut health. Gastroenterology research from UCLA demonstrates a critical relationship between diet and gut bacteria. Dr. Michael Chen explains, beneficial gut bacteria require specific prebiotic fibers to survive and multiply. Without these fibers, good bacteria die off rapidly, allowing harmful strains to dominate the gut environment. This bacterial imbalance is directly linked to increased inflammation, weakened immunity, and even cognitive decline in older adults. Most Americans consume less than half the prebiotic fiber needed to maintain a healthy gut microbiome. Consider Victor, a 74-year-old retired businessman from Arizona. He prided himself on eating what he considered a healthy diet: baked chicken, white rice, and well-cooked vegetables without much fiber. I avoided raw vegetables and high-fiber foods because I thought they might be hard to digest at my age, he explained. Despite his perceived healthy choices, Victor developed severe digestive issues, constant bloating, and recurring infections that suggested his immune system was failing. When a specialist analyzed his gut bacteria, the results were alarming. Victor had dangerously low levels of beneficial bacteria because his diet wasn't providing the prebiotic fiber these bacteria needed to survive. I was literally starving my good bacteria without realizing it, Victor admitted. Once he began incorporating prebiotic-rich foods, his digestive symptoms improved dramatically within weeks, and his immune function strengthened. Here's what you need to do today. Immediately start incorporating these prebiotic powerhouses into your daily meals. Garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, slightly green bananas, Jerusalem artichokes, dandelion greens, and chicory root. Even small amounts of these foods can make a significant difference. Start slowly if you're not used to fiber, adding 1 small serving daily and gradually increasing to avoid digestive discomfort. Within just 2 weeks of feeding your beneficial bacteria these prebiotic fibers, you'll likely notice improved digestion, more regular bowel movements, reduced bloating, and even increased energy. Are you providing your gut bacteria the specific nutrients they need to protect your health, or are you unknowingly starving them into extinction? Now let's explore the fifth and final gut-destroying mistake that might be affecting your health more than you realize. Mistake 5. Excessive alcohol consumption. The fifth mistake that's silently destroying your gut bacteria might be happening during your evening relaxation time. Even what you consider moderate alcohol consumption could be acting like an internal pesticide against your good bacteria. Studies from the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse present concerning evidence about alcohol's effect on gut health. Dr. James Wilson reports, even moderate alcohol consumption, what many consider social drinking, dramatically alters gut bacteria composition, reduces protective mucus layers in the intestines, and allows harmful bacteria to penetrate the gut lining. This bacterial translocation triggers system-wide inflammation that can manifest as joint pain, skin problems, mood disorders, and autoimmune reactions. The damage begins with the first sip and worsens with regular consumption. Take Patricia, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Washington who enjoyed her daily glass of wine with dinner. "It was just one glass. I thought it was actually good for my health," she explained. But over time, Patricia developed unexplained symptoms that her doctor couldn't diagnose. Brain fog, joint pain, sleep disturbances, and digestive issues that didn't respond to treatment. It wasn't until she consulted with a functional medicine specialist who connected her symptoms to gut bacteria imbalance that she discovered the truth. The daily wine I thought was harmless was creating serious inflammation throughout my body by damaging my gut bacteria, Patricia realized. When she eliminated alcohol completely for just 1 month, her symptoms improved dramatically and her energy returned to levels she hadn't experienced in years. Here's what you need to do immediately. First, honestly assess your alcohol consumption. Even 1 drink daily can damage gut bacteria over time. Second, commit to limiting alcohol to occasional consumption, once weekly at most, rather than a daily habit. If you do drink, choose red wine, which contains some polyphenols that partially offset the damage, though doesn't eliminate it. Third, never consume alcohol on an empty stomach. Always eat something containing protein and fat beforehand to minimize the direct contact of alcohol with your gut lining. Fourth, take a high-quality probiotic, 30+ billion CFU, on days when you do consume alcohol to help restore beneficial bacteria. Remember, the temporary pleasure of a drink isn't worth the long-term damage to your gut microbiome that affects every aspect of your health. Is that daily glass of wine or beer truly worth the inflammation, brain fog, and immune suppression it's causing? These 5 gut-destroying food mistakes might seem small individually, but their collective impact on your health is enormous. By making simple changes starting today, you can begin to restore your gut microbiome, reduce inflammation, strengthen your immune system, and potentially add years of health to your life. Remember Howard from our opening story? He eliminated these exact 5 mistakes and transformed his health in just weeks. You can experience the same remarkable improvement by taking action now. Your microbiome can begin healing the moment you stop these harmful habits. The trillions of beneficial bacteria in your gut are ready to multiply and thrive when given the right environment. By eliminating artificial sweeteners, reducing antibacterial products, avoiding ultra-processed foods, consuming prebiotic fibers, and limiting alcohol, you're creating ideal conditions for gut health restoration. The benefits extend far beyond digestion: improved immunity, reduced inflammation, better mood, clearer thinking, and more energy await those who protect their gut bacteria. If you've been making any of these gut-destroying mistakes, don't panic. Start making changes today. Comment below with which mistake surprised you the most and what changes you'll make starting right now. Hit the like button if this information helped you understand your gut health better, and subscribe for more science-backed health information that could add years to your life. Share this video with family members who might be making these same mistakes. You could save them from years of unnecessary health problems.